Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Naval Dreadnoughts. And you can probably tell that I'm recording this when I'm still not feeling exactly great. Yeah, I've been really suffering. For those that don't know, I suffer from chronic illness that if I get a bug, it really flattens me. Plus, with the Easter holidays coming up, things just went off the rails. So apologies for the lack of Dreadnoughts content. But we're back, and the Patreons got to vote on who the next campaign was going to be. Gave them two choices, Scandinavia or Portugal, because those are the two countries that I have not run through as a campaign on the Great Game yet. They've not been tested by me. So the votes are in, and Scandinavia is the winner. This is going to be a tough one, because Scandinavia has been like the number one punching bag of every campaign I've run so far. So this is going to be very, very tough. But we will make the best of it. We'll try and do our Viking best. Normal setup for most of my campaigns, actually. 1890, normal difficulty. If you're new to playing the Great Game, normal is what I recommend you play it on. That is what it is tested on. If you go up to Legendary, then the AI will spawn a lot of ships. Be warned. Bespoke only. This will be fixed later, but we need to make sure that all the parts are done. Because to generate the designs for this, you basically need to have a server sitting there churning out thousands of designs for this to actually work, and to do that we need the parts to be solidified, and that's definitely what's going on. We then have historical AI opponents. Going to create my own ships, and the AI shared designs are off so that we don't get any weird nonsense coming in from vanilla designs or something. Anyway, that's what it's going to do. I'm going to start the campaign. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea, and I will see you in the shipyard. Okay, welcome to the map. It took about 10-15 minutes, something like that. Anyway, no time for you. Right, well, obviously our strategic situation is that we are pretty much confined to Northern Europe. I think we have... Yeah, we have randomly stuff in the... Well, not randomly, but we have a couple of islands in the Caribbean, and that's it. Oh, this is going to be tough. Right, obviously, we have to worry about Russia. We have to worry about Germany. Potentially the Dutch. Can cause problems. But these two share a land border with us. So if we get into a war with them, that is potentially very, very bad. Let's look at the Russians. So the Russians have a battleship and 17 protected cruisers. The Dutch have an armoured cruiser, 19 protected cruisers, and 5 torpedo boats. Okay, where are the Germans? They have 4 battleships, 8 armoured cruisers, and 14 armoured cruisers. Okay. Let's have a look at what hulls we get access to. Oh, we get some of the funky ironclads. Oh, I really want to build on those. Those look really fun. Have this small battleship. I'm not sure a battleship is the right choice for us. We do get that fast armoured cruiser. It's not terrible. Ooh. I don't think I've ever built on you before. Interesting. The 3-master as well. 17, 16, 9. Oh, we get the small torpedo cruiser. This thing is unbelievably good. I can't ignore that. And we get a torpedo boat. So we're definitely going to build these two. Let's start with the torpedo. The Raider. Now, well, that's good enough for me. Small as possible. These things are cheap and cheerful. Run up to the enemy and shoot them with a torpedo. They are nothing more than that. They get a single 3-inch gun. Couple of funnels. And a couple of torpedo launchers. That's it. Very simple design. No upgrades for anything. I can put armor on these, can't I? It's actually helpful this early. 90%. Okay. Maybe we could give them some bulkheads and a tiny bit of range. Yeah, let's give them many bulkheads. 1.1 million. That's pretty cheap. They're not much, but they'll do. They can certainly punch above their weight. And then let's design that small torpedo cruiser, which I'm going to make as big as I can. Weirdly. It's almost the opposite way of designing it. They're supposed to go 19, but I think 18 is fine. 0.5, 2.5, 2.8. I think we'll go with this one then. Okay. Secondary tower. Jesus. That one. Funnels. Good God, this thing needs a lot of funnels. It's still not got 100% engine efficiency. But it's more than 0. Gotta love an octo funnel. Right. Go with the 6-inch gun. I think that's probably about right for this ship. 3 of them. All the 2-inch. Also fit a couple of 3-inch guns and quite a few torpedoes. Except we are overweight. Quite a lot overweight. Okay. How much armor can you put on this thing? Quite a lot. Wow, that's incredibly overweight. Hull. Ammunition? What? I don't think I've ever seen ammunition be that high up. I guess it's for all those 2-inch guns. The ship is 3 is 12% shells. Okay. There we go. Turrets. Really? The turrets? I guess at 57 tons, they're not nothing. Well, these are 12 tons each. Maybe the casemate armor is too thick. No, that's tracked separately. Maybe get rid of these ones. Mid-belt and funnels. I don't think there's a more efficient way of doing the funnels, though. Let's have a look. .25. Oh no, these are not as good. 7.2. Yeah, we should go for these ones. Oh, they're also the side-by-sides. Okay. I mean, that is actually hilarious. It's so stupid. Could we see the potential of this ship? Look at this. Hacksawing Barbette in there somehow. Ah, it doesn't superfire. Yeah. Well, that one fits. Look at this. That would be an amazing vessel. So good. No, we're gonna have to cut back. Right. I think we're gonna have to lose this 6-incher. I'm gonna replace it with a 3-incher. Right. Hull. Now number 1. Fuel is number 2. But I've already dumped out all of the fuel. Turrets and then bulkheads. I'm going to go standard bulkheads, I guess. Does actually reducing this help? 24 to 27. No. Still turrets and ammunition, but that's kind of the fun of this ship. Also, that funnel stack is ridiculous. I probably can make this work. Maybe I do need to remove the casemates for now. Yeah, it is them that's making the ship drastically overweight, and they're not that good. So we're going to remove those. Is that enough weight back to get the 6-inch gun back? Nearly. Come on. So close. Just a teeny bit overweight. Oh, how about we go regular beam? But increased draft. There we go. There we go. That works. The HOD. Sure. But also... there's so many funnels. That's ridiculous. That's the stupidest ship I've ever made, I think. I kind of love it, though. It's just a bunch of funnels. Room to grow. Room to grow with this vessel. That's the kind of derpy nonsense that you really want in the 1890s. Right, okay. Yeah, I would consider this one, but it's an awful hull. I really don't like that one. The Three-Master? No, I think we just go with torpedo boats and those torpedo cruisers for now. We're going to need better tech before we start building armoured cruisers and such. Plus, I'm pretty sure we have almost no money. What have we got? 75. Okay, so 75 divided by 5.4. Yeah, I could build maybe 5 of these. Then we got 48. And I could build quite a few of these, maybe 20. Let's do 26. Let's build 3 more of those. So I'll have 8 total. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's start the campaign, and then I can sort my finances out. So this needs to go to full. This I'd like at 50. I'd like to expand this. Nope. We're just going to have to up the tech budget as much as we can. Take the whole fleet and put them limited. Add crew. Yeah, max out that tech budget. Let's just get a little bit of a head start. Let's get a little bit of tech done. Maybe we can just refit our existing fleet. Where are my big ports, actually? I should check that. 36. So it's Copenhagen, it's Stockholm, and it's Oslo. Just move that one around. Right. Economy-wise, we are going to be an absolute minnow. Russians don't like us. Germans don't like us. Austrians don't like us. Fan-dabby-dozy. Now, I think I could take on the Russians, maybe. I'm definitely don't want to take on the Germans yet. So we're going to do a bit of Project Amigos with them for now. Out of curiosity, 28? 54, yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to go end the turn for a bit. Alright, welcome back. It's been, well, nearly 2 years, actually, into the game. We are looking good. We've got our transport cap up to 200%. So I've reduced the spending back down. We are expanding the shipyard so that we can build up to 12,500 ton ships. We are getting some of the research done. Unfortunately, Stereo's the first one that we're getting. Apparently, we've got white powder already. That's pretty good. Ages until we get the 16-inch torps. What are we getting here? Gun cotton, that's quite handy. New structural steel. Okay, that's also quite good. Yeah. All right. We're getting there. Is all I'm trying to say. Worldwide, apart from the Dutch, who must have got an event, well, I've done an improved relations on them already. Everyone, like, you know, okay, yeah, the Scandinavians, sure, they're not too bad. Nobody really likes us. Nobody hates us, apart from the Russians. And that's fine, because our army logistics is 100%. And the Russians, oh, it's also 100%. That's bad. 270,000 in their army versus our 47. Oof. Well, okay, I think everyone's gone. Army's logistics has gone up. But that tends to go down again when you start fighting. Anyway. There's no prospect of a war anywhere else, I don't think. Britain and France are in the Entente Cordiale. The US is quite friendly with Britain. They don't like Spain very much. Austrians and the British aren't on the best of terms. Nor the Chinese and Japanese. But otherwise it seems pretty quiet, to be honest. Economy-wise, we're at 10, which is pretty good. Means we're catching up to Japan. About level with the Byzantines. Yeah. Not too shabby a little start there, I don't think. I'm going to keep playing until, well, basically until I get an armoured cruiser that I can build. Okay, it's now, well, it's nearly 1894, but, in fact, let's go through to 1894. I have done a bunch of tech. I now want to have another look at the armoured cruiser, potentially. Okay, that's lovely. GDP, please. Especially early on. That is always the optimal choice. Okay, relations are a little bit negative. Let's just keep them going. Keep them going just fine, thanks. Right, armoured cruisers. We can also build. I'm guys, look at this. Wow, that one's got a swimming pool on it. Wow, certainly get some funky hulls. Excuse me, this ship has a resistance of 87 and 2 swimming pools. Well, I think we're going to have to build on this thing. Okay, it's not going to be fast at all. Hilariously tiny towers. Okay. they're funnel slots, I guess. Also, we have induced boilers, so that's actually no longer totally crippling. We also have the 9-inch Mark II, which can't fire forward. They do sort of fit. No. What guns are supposed to go there? 10-inch sort of works. Yeah, this barbette position is dumb and stupid. Are these structural boats? Well, fun though this hull would have been, and sadly this is not something I can ask the developers to fix, having these as structural, unremovable boats makes this completely useless. Right, let's try one of the other ones. Let's try this one, the 3. Do you have the same issue? Yes, you do. All 3 of them do. That is a shame. That is a real shame. And this is an HMS Captain level of stupid. So, again, no thanks to this. That is a real shame. Because this is not something we can fix at all. Rocket. If you're watching, just take the experimental ironclads out for Scandinavia. Because they don't work. Sadly. Right, we do have an Armoured Cruiser 2, which I think we can make a ship out of, though. So we're going 80 knots. Yeah, it could be reasonably big. Although... yeah, you can't... can you not put funnels in the middle? Yeah, you can. Okay, good. Right. I'm not sure about size. Let's go minimum for now. Big enough to put a funnel in. Nearly enough, just with the one. Can deal with that. Right, we're definitely going to use these Mark II 9 inches that we have access to. Don't think many nations are going to have Mark II guns yet. I want to put something into engines now, think about it. I'm going to stick with base fuse for now, but soft cap might be an interesting option. Guess we're going with a stereo rangefinder. It's better than no rangefinder. We've got the Mark II 3-inch. So we can deploy that to help the torpedo boats. And we can stick some torpedo launchers on. I think that's a fine armoured cruiser. Absolutely fine. Especially if we stick a bunch of armour on it. What's my quality at? Still 28%. Yeah, base fuse is fine. biggest gun you could bring? Yeah, so we want... Probably want at least... I think we go 4-inch. That should stop us taking any damage from a 5-inch gun. And it might stop a 6-inch gun. No, that's AP, and it will definitely stop HE, which is fine. Deck armor, we probably don't need very much. Yeah, let's go 0.5, 0.3, 4. Okay, we've gone a little bit over. That's fine though. We just spending a lot on the armor. I'm not armored against our own guns, but we are armored against an 8-inch gun, which is pretty big. Casemate armor is quite heavy, isn't it? Still, I'd rather not. That doesn't need to be as thick. How long are these guns? 40s and 45s, that's fine. What's my flash fire chance? 20%? Yikes. Many and cramped? It's not ideal. I just have some displacement to play around with, don't I? Could enlarge the ship? It's not actually helping that much. Go for 6,500. Yeah, many cramped. We're not in the era of being able to build really great ships, but that's a solid little armoured cruiser. You know, she's not that big, 6,500 tons. She's pretty well armoured. She's got 4 9-inch guns, a bunch of 3-inch guns, some torpedoes. Yeah, just fine. Cool. Now, how many of these can we actually build? Probably want to build 3. We could build 4. Yeah, screw it. Let's build 4. Right, so my biggest shipyards are Stockholm, Copenhagen, Bergen's 33, Oslo's 33. There's those two. So, 1 in Copenhagen, 1 in Bergen, 1 in Oslo, 1 in Stockholm. 13 months until they are finished, and then we will have a little bit more bite to our fleet. The Russians, who are primary concern, have 12 armoured cruisers and 23 protected cruisers. So we are definitely outnumbered, but it's not a huge disadvantage having a small fleet this early on, because you're not wasting money. And I think, yeah, we'll build up our armoured cruisers, we'll do some more research, and then we can consider potentially a battleship. Battleship 2, hopefully that's a more attractive option. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.